Hi, everybody.
They are forecasting that perhaps next month, as many as 100,000 will try to cross into the country illegally.
And I can't figure out
100,000 people.
I can't figure out exactly, Steve, what is causing this this huge tidal wave, because it is a tidal wave. It is unmistakable, undeniably a tidal wave. 76,000 family apprehensions just in the month of February, a 430% increase in family.
Geraldo, that is an image from a couple of days ago. 400 people were arrested trying to cross into the country in 5 minutes.
The question is, what do you do about it? I'm for, you guys know, we've argued or debated or, had loving conversations about it now for almost 2 decades. I'm for compassionate immigration reform. I don't know what to do about this. I don't know how you stem this compassionate wave of people, desperate people. Some, I guess, are just, pragmatic, playing the odds, getting into the country by beating the system. But the vast majority of them are just people who want to work. I don't know how you do it.
You've got to change the law.
You've got to surge. Yes, you do. But you also have to, in the meantime, surge immigration judges, try to get some order in this asylum process where you don't have catch and release. This is an emergency, and I think that people who deny that fact, like Beto O'Rourke, are really all right.
I want to ask you about that, actually, because he's out there and he's, campaigning, and he's saying, well, you know what, there's no need for a wall because we don't have a problem. We actually have sound of that. Take a listen, and I want to get your reaction.
Okay.
We do not need any walls. $30 billion, 2,000 miles long, 30 feet high, that will not be built on the international boundary line, which is the center line of the Rio Grande River. That wall will be built well into the interior, on someone's ranch, someone else's farm, someone else's home. You and I will be forced to take their property to solve a problem that we do not have.
Now, Geraldo, to me, this is just not effective strategy because he's ignoring the reality that there is a problem. Something needs to be done.
I heard, actually, Ed, I heard you. You were substituting for Martha, was it? Okay. And you debated and you said, take the wall out of it. What would you do about it? And I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. I am baffled by it, but I certainly see that this is an emergency. We can't empty out all of Central America into the southern part of the United States. Compassion is one thing, but a fool's errand is another. I believe that the wall in certain areas is a necessity just for control, bring order to the border, stop the abuse of the migrants by the human smugglers and the others, predatory population that lives there along the southern border. But beyond that, I think that everyone has to get together and say, okay, what are we going to do about it? I think you have to have, as part of your solution to this problem, some kind of economic component and a law and order component where you, I covered the South American countries for ABC News. I was the correspondent there for many years, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Honduras, etc. These are places that do have a severe gang problem. They do have a severe economic, hardship on the people. We've got to stabilize Central America. Otherwise, there's no way on earth, when you have the poorest people on earth next to the richest people on earth, you're not going to have this migratory flow.
But I think, as Jedediah was just saying, that was the point I was trying to make on Martha's show last night. How does the president get any compromise with Democrats when they won't admit there's a problem? It's not about the wall. It's not about the economic part that you just talked about. Those are all important solutions you're trying to get to. But you have Democrats who are still saying it's a manufactured crisis, when even the Washington Post is publishing stats now saying we haven't seen a flow across the border like this in, I believe, 11 years.
When you have the discussion on the wall and you make the wall a moral issue, that's easy. That's for people without any imagination. Wall immoral. It's easy. That becomes your position. That's your default position, whether you're Speaker Pelosi or Minority Leader Schumer. Wall immoral, and that absolves you of any moral responsibility for fixing this problem. I think here's what you do. You keep showing those pictures. Keep showing those pictures. 400 apprehended in an hour. 76,000 in a month. Look at these families. What are we supposed to do? Republican, Democrat, left, right, blue, red. What would you do? How are you going to fix this problem?